everyone, thanks for joining me. And today we're going to talk about 5 things you should consider when you're downsizing. And the first thing is, how is your life changing? I mean, do you need what you're packing for the new place that you're headed to? In other words, if you had a large home like I did with 2 kitchens and you were the hub and you had 4 kids and you hosted every cross-country pasta party and you had 23 people over for Christmas, is that how your new life looks where you're going? So in my case, yes, I hosted all the holidays for decades and I raised 4 children. My husband and I raised 4 children in our large home. But now they're all grown and they live all over the country, and we moved into a much smaller space. And I'm not going to be the homeroom mother that has the whole class over. I'm not the president of cross country that I'm going to have 65 runners over for a pasta party. So all those dishes and gadgets and appliances and small appliances, I don't need them now. So when you're going through your things and you're moving, say, am I going to need this in my new place? Am I going to be the host that has these big gatherings? Or am I passing the baton off to another family member? Am I passing the baton off because my kids are grown and I'm in a different phase of my life? So in other words, when you're looking at things, do I need that chocolate fountain anymore that was everyone loved it at every party? No, because I'm not going to be having those big social gatherings in my new place. But hey, if I need a chocolate fountain, I could always rent it. I could always borrow it again. But when you're moving, I left a home that had 2 kitchens in it, and now I'm in a home that's much smaller. I have 1 kitchen and very little space. So, for example, a bundt cake that I would make maybe once a year, do I need the space in my cabinet for a bundt pan, or do I need the space for the 9x13 pan that I make my lasagna in, my party breakfast, my scalloped potatoes, my broccoli casserole? I mean, who gets the space, right? The bundt pan was out and the 9x13 pan stayed. You have to make decisions like that. Like, do I need the 4 slice toaster anymore? Or does my husband and I really just need the little 2 slice toaster? So just ask yourself, consider, are these the things that I will need in this new chapter of my life when you're downsizing? The second thing is that I considered was wall space. I know it sounds crazy, wall space, but I left a large home in which my husband and I, through the decades that we raised our families there, like big paintings of the ocean and lots of artwork that I would pick up. And then we started having kids and getting family photos and lots of pictures. And when we moved, we realized we don't have 5 bedrooms. We don't have a family room, a den, and a living room. We don't have a basement that's like a finished game room that we can hang all this artwork plus family photos. And so when I was considering what to bring on my move, I thought, you know what? I have a choice, and of course the family photos went out and the family portraits, and I gave a lot of my artwork away to my 1 nephew, a couple to friends, and then I even sold some in garage sales, because you're just not going to have the same wall space that you used to when you're on this downsizing journey. The third thing I considered was all these wonderful things that filled my bookshelves and my coffee table and just really cute things that I had through the years. I have 1 room, it's like 1 combined room that's just the living room, table, and kitchen all in 1 room. I don't have all these places to tuck away precious moments statues and a cute vintage globe that I used to have on a coffee table, and just all those things that I love picking up at the Pottery Barn or TJ Maxx, or you know what I'm saying, you go in and you can decorate forever. But you know what, when I considered what to bring along, Was I going to bring along that precious moment statue or that globe that I had gotten? Or was I going to bring along ceramics? Like my daughter Hannah made me this beautiful canister at ceramics, and she even put on it like Hannah's Kitchen, because she was my daughter that was just such a big cook from an early age. That I treasure, right? Things they make you. If you framed maybe handprints that your kids did and made it in a wreath, I'm going to hang that up rather than bring something else along. So a lot of these statues and little decorative things went, and I saved some clay pots that they made. I saved things that they purchased for me. I saved the things that, you know what, if I change my mind, I can always go out and rebuy that precious moment or that Hummel or that globe. But I can't get back the things that they made with their two precious hands. So consider, what can I replace and what can't I replace? The fourth thing I would tell you is I considered not going through every single sentimental thing before I moved. It was big enough and challenging enough and sentimental enough to leave our family home that we raised all our kids in, had a lot of memories, a lot of parties, a lot of holidays. That was tough enough. And selling bedroom sets and selling living room couches and getting rid of a lot of things, I just considered, like, I tackled, things like trophies. I did get rid of all the trophies, and I did get rid of a lot of sentimental things, but I just decided, you know what? I'm going to box up some of these things that I'm just not ready to part with yet. And I will make that decision once we move. Even if I have to pile up boxes in a room, I'd rather have it and go through it when I'm ready than maybe to make a rash decision on really sentimental things. So consider doing that. If you get stuck and you're like, oh my gosh, I just can't part with this right now, don't worry about it. Box it up. You can do it later. And then finally, I just got to the point, I considered like doing, I'm going to do everything perfect and it's just going to be so organized and I'm going to have everything like almost over organized. And that's what I would say. Don't overthink it. Don't over organize it. I mean, you could be there forever. I just decided that it didn't have to be perfect. Any way you do it is really perfect for you. It's what you can handle. It's what you can accomplish. And when you move, whatever you didn't do to your 100%, oh my gosh, this is how I really want it to look, you'll have time to revisit it. Right now, you're just trying to like chunk out the big stuff and start this downsizing journey. So consider those things as you get started. I'm proud of you. I know you can do it. And we'll see you next time with some more tips. Subscribe to my channel down below. Thanks.